Hi guys, this is David and you're watching My World. So today we thought we would try something slightly different and bring out a 10 Things You Didn't Know video about Jersey. Jersey is an island that is so small you can be hard pressed to find it on certain maps of the world. It is a British Crown dependency located in the English Channel in between England and France. At just 9 miles by 5 miles, with a population of just over 100,000, it is absolutely tiny. But it is important and coveted for many reasons. So without further ado, here's 10 things that you might not know about Jersey.
Number 1. Jersey has the oldest police force in the world. The island of Jersey is policed by no less than 13 different police forces, in addition to having a single paid police force that oversees and protects the whole island. Jersey is subdivided into 12 parishes, each of which has its own honorary police force. It is believed that the honorary police system in Jersey is the oldest remaining police system in the world, predating even the Vatican Guard. Not sure who wins the High Vis Award, but yeah.
Number 2. Superman was born in Jersey. Not many people know this, but Superman himself was born not on Krypton, but on Jersey. Okay, fine, since the truth is our kryptonite, you've got us there. But we still have the next best thing. Actor Henry Cavill, who portrays the Man of Steel on the big screen, was born right here in Jersey. Henry went to St Michael's Preparatory School in the parish of St Saviour before moving to the UK to attend secondary school there, and still maintains strong ties with the island of his birth, frequently popping back for various reasons. Interests-wise, as well as being a fan of Jersey rugby, he's the global ambassador for Jersey Zoo and often participates in events to help raise money for Jersey Zoo's efforts to save species both locally and around the world, such as the Durrell Challenge, a 13-kilometre sponsored fun run around various green lanes from town up to the zoo. #DoItForDurrell.
Number 3. Our zoo is world famous. This neatly brings us on to another major treasure of Jersey, Jersey Zoo. Known for a time as Durrell, in recognition of its founder, Gerald Durrell, Jersey Zoo has been a force for good in conservation efforts to protect rare and endangered species around the world since its inception in 1959. The zoo is set in 32 acres of landscaped parkland and water gardens in the parish of Trinity, and is famous for hosting a broad range of animals, including the famous Western Lowland gorillas. For those of you that were around back then, Jambo, the most famous of the Western Lowland gorillas at Jersey Zoo, who had come over to the island in 1972, made international headlines on the 31st of August 1986, when a 5-year-old boy, Leve fell into the gorilla enclosure and lost consciousness. Jambo stood between the unconscious child and the other gorillas in what many consider to be a protective gesture, stroking the boy's back, seemingly to try and check to make sure he was alright. When the boy regained consciousness and began crying, Jambo led the other gorillas back into their indoor enclosure, and little Levin was rescued by a paramedic and 2 zookeepers. This did wonders to soothe the gorilla's King Kong reputation. Jersey Zoo have also been massively influential in helping to rebuild both the Mauritius Kestrel and Shuralski's horse from the very brink of extinction.
Number 4. Jersey has its own secret language. That's right, Jersey French, also known as Gerrier, is a secret language of Jersey. You can think of it as being like a cousin to French. There is a revival movement for Gerrier taking place in Jersey at the moment, as there is great concern that the language may be lost altogether. A census in 2001 established that there are around about 3% of the population of Jersey that spoke Gerrier at that time. That's just 2,874 people. It is hoped that students will pick up the language at school and carry it through to the TGJ, the Gerrier equivalent of the GCSE. Guerrier was important during the Nazi occupation of the Channel Islands, as Jersey locals could talk to each other without being understood by the Nazi forces. You can also find some good examples of Jersey French around the town, so let's take you on a quick stroll and show you Conway Street.
La lune levante, la mer bat la banque, which literally translates as rising moon, the sea beats the sandbank, or figuratively, new moon springtime. Gitan dans chic matin, which literally translates as we'll go on some tide or other, or figuratively is we'll go one of these fine days. Jeton vent et maté, which literally translates as we'll have wind and tide, or figuratively our luck will be in. Chien qui vint fliot sans revad maté, which literally translates as what comes on the ebb goes out again with the tide, or figuratively easy come easy go. Ne pont joue maté quand le bateau flotte, which literally translates as it's not always a tide when the boat floats, or figuratively, you can't always tell by appearances. Tandis que matinier bève, la maté s'amende, which literally translates as while sailors drink, the tide improves, or figuratively, time and tide wait for no man.
Number 5. We have the second oldest building in the world. It might be hard to think of buildings older than the pyramids of Egypt, but we've got one. The Hogbie ranks number 2 on the list of the oldest buildings in the world, hailing from the Neolithic period around 3500 BC. To give you a sense of perspective, the Pyramid of Djoser, being arguably the oldest of the pyramids, was built around 2700 BC. So the Hogbie is, in reality, somewhere around 800 plus years older than the oldest of the pyramids. While subject to improvements over the years, including the construction of 2 medieval chapels on top of the dolmen during the 12th and 16th centuries, and a German bunker during the Nazi occupation of Jersey, the interior of the dolmen itself remains largely undisturbed. Termed a passage grave, it would have been used as a ceremonial site akin to a church or cathedral in the modern age. It is thought that burials would have been incidental to the site's main activities. Also interesting about this site is that it is aligned with the equinox, thus allowing the sun's rays to shine straight through the chamber, hitting the back, a spectacular sight for those present.
Number 6. Nazi occupation. The Channel Islands had the dubious distinction of being the only part of the British Isles to be occupied by Nazi forces during World War II. So whilst not at all alone in this plight, Guernsey having already surrendered and Alderney and Sark doing so shortly afterwards, Jersey was occupied by Nazi forces from the 1st of July 1940 until the 9th of May 1945. Life during the occupation was, as you would anticipate, very different. Curfews were imposed between 11 p.m. and 5 a.m, ID cards had to be carried, spirits were banned, wirelesses were banned, and all British-born islanders were deported to Germany. A register of Jews and Jewish businesses was set up, with Jews having to publicly identify themselves, some being deported to concentration camps. Clocks were also moved forward to align with the time on mainland Europe. No concentration camps were built on Jersey itself, although 4 were constructed on Alderney. As we have already mentioned, the use of Jersey French amongst those who could speak it gave a way of communicating to certain islanders that the occupying Nazi forces could not readily understand, although there are no reports of there being a consolidated Jersey resistance movement per se. Rebellious individuals, however, fed slave labourers, stole from German stores, and aided Jewish friends wherever possible. The 9th of May is now celebrated as a public holiday in Jersey, known as Liberation Day.
Number 7. Jersey's tides are bonkers. Jersey has one of the highest tidal ranges in the world, ranking number 47 on the NOAA's top 50 largest range of tides listing. With a mean tidal range of 23.6 feet, it is not uncommon to find high tides of up to 12 metres, that's just shy of 40 feet, on spring tides, with the water receding up to 2 miles out on the southeast coast on a low tide. Whilst damage from the high tide is uncommon, high tides coupled with strong winds and rain in combination have occasionally wreaked havoc on the island.
Number 8. Move over for the beautiful Jersey cow. Ah, there she is, the fabulous face of the Jersey cow. Relatively small in stature as a breed, Jersey cows are renowned all over the world as being docile, comfortable in the heat, great at grazing and efficient at producing high butterfat milk. They also cost comparatively less to maintain, not to mention being so darn cute! Seriously, the breed is so popular you will even find statues of them on the island. Additionally, we can vouch for it. Jersey dairy produce, whether it's milk, butter, cheese, ice cream, cream, you name it, tastes great. Unless, of course, you're lactose intolerant, in which case, sad times. There have been various initiatives to help export Jersey cattle around the world, including America, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, South Africa, Sweden, Denmark, Japan, Rwanda, and beyond.
Number 9. We have a world famous beach. With a tidal range as massive as Jersey has, it is no surprise that the island, in particular St. Mons Bay, is very popular with the surfing crowd. Often the venue of choice for competitions both domestic, such as the Channel Islands Surfing Championships, and international, including serving as a host for the 2019 British Surfing National Championships, which gives surfers a chance to qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. This 5-mile stretch of golden sand offers great exposure to swells from the Atlantic Ocean, making it a haven for other sports such as kite surfing, blow karting, and heaps more besides. Bonus fact, Jersey also hosts the oldest surf club in Europe, the Jersey Surfboard Club, right here in St. Mons Bay.
Number 10. Jersey owned New Jersey. Yep. Historically, the area now known as the state of New Jersey in the United States of America was originally inhabited by Native Americans before being settled by Dutch, Swedish, and later English settlers. Renamed to the province of New Jersey after our tiny little island of Jersey, it was granted as a colony to Sir George Carteret and John Berkeley, 1st Baron Berkeley of Stratton, by King Charles II of England. Sir George Carteret was also a co-drafter of the Concession and Agreement of 1665, a proclamation for the structure of the government of New Jersey, which provided freedom of religion to the colony, thus contributing to its broader ethnic diversity than some of its sister states at the time. Weird as it may sound if you think about it, Jersey, New Jersey, there is a logical relationship there. There are even towns called Carteret after Sir George Carteret himself, and Elizabeth after his wife, in New Jersey itself. Here is a video of a statue to George Carteret outside the George Carteret